had a pretty decent box, had a lot of rubber in it beforehand, and I guess that gave me a rather false sense of security for our first stop, and I ended up all but blowing through the white line. So I really just did not do a good job on pit road last week. A couple more times after that, trying to back it up, just had to back up an obnoxious amount. I felt like in order to get on the marks, and that's just my fault. Didn't catch on quick enough, and put us in bad spots throughout the race. Our pit crew did a nice job and tried their best to keep up with me and where I was parking, but that was just my fault and didn't do a good job there.
Chris, you obviously picked it up a lot going from practice to qualifying. What changes exactly did you make on the car to get that speed?
That is outside of my wheelhouse exactly, but we just freed up a lot. We got into practice there, super tight, especially on our fire-off laps, and with that, just really could not finish the corner. So we just took a pretty large stab at freeing up, and certainly got us very close. Still scrubbing the fronts gets a little dicey there. So yeah, I mean it's gonna have its moments, I'm sure, but yeah, like I said, I really just haven't gotten that far ahead yet.
What kind of a challenge could restarts be if you're talking about being better in a longer stint? What are the challenges there?
Yeah, I mean that's how I work on that fire off speed is to get it better immediately so that we can make some progress on restarts, be able to move around a little bit more. This racetrack's a ton of fun. It gives you a ton of options, and with that, it's if you are a little tight or a little loose, usually you can find something, but we just got to get a little freer to where we can be able to point and find something a little bit better. Again, without sacrificing too much of the long run speed, because we know we're going to have those 35 or 45 lap runs tomorrow, so you certainly can't throw them away, but we just got to be able to find that little bit of fire off. Just another step of what we did for qualifying, really.
That is obviously what's great to make the playoff. Obviously, you did it,
So, not that it's really going into to any differences. It's always been a lot of communication and teamwork between our two groups. We have several opportunities throughout the week where we all sit down together and go through what we're looking at for the immediate race weekend, what we're looking at going forward. So, yeah, I mean, there's obviously advice, rolling our way and things that we talk about, but it's not really any more or any less than it has been throughout the entire last 2 years, really. It's the same stuff that we know has been able to get us to this point. It's now just about focusing on these last 3 races and really 2 as we try and get to Phoenix. And really, it's the same amount of teamwork, the same conversations that we've been having that have put us in a good spot.
We can ask
Have always tried to fire off each new season with a positive outlook, and made it 3 or 4 weeks into a year, and realized that it didn't change enough, and that it was not going to be the amount of improvement that we needed. So lived through that, and I've seen how it can certainly get everybody fired up through an all season, but can bring it back down really quickly if the successes are not there. And we haven't had that, and that's been the best part, is seeing everybody really get fired back up around the shop, seeing the work and the effort that's everybody's putting in, seeing the results out of that. Certainly that's keeps everybody in a much better a big part of it. So yeah, it's certainly been a lot of fun to be a part of a big positive swing as an organization. And again, as I said, being part of it for a decade and a half, it's a lot of fun at this point.
You say going week to week, but given where you're at in points, your results here at Homestead, what's the pressure been like this week specifically?
Hey, this round it looked a little simpler on paper, and then you started diving into it. Vegas probably being one of my toughest mile and a halves. We were able to have a lot better Vegas this go around. Had good speed, qualified well, even finished well. It just wasn't near enough in the past, and we've had some glimpses here too through the years. So I'm excited to get rolling into it. It's going to take maybe a similar amount of pressure, but really it's going to take have to take a few more chances. It is really the grand scheme of it is we're going to have to get up there. We're going to have to be closer to the fence than normal. A little bit less about what's worked for my career and about taking care of equipment and being at the end to be in the hunt, and a little bit more about being aggressive to make sure that we're in a hunt once we get to Martinsville or through Martinsville for that Final Four.
This is Harrison Burton, driver the number 21. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Also, check out one of these two videos beside me. Visit frontstretch.com for more racing content.